After the group photo in the military environment continued to circulate, the attention of some netizens has now turned to one thing. Who is the female figure in the photo? In various fandom uploads, a lot of speculation began to appear. There are curious, our teammates. There are also those who immediately create their own theories. But until now, backhand index pointing right, there is no verified information about the identity, personal relationships, or full context of the person in the photo. Why is this figure in the spotlight? Some netizens claim their attention was directed because his presence is prominent in the group photo. Photos circulated without full explanation. Public curiosity about everyday life during the draft is high. Aftermath. The discussion quickly evolved from, who is it? Become, what's the story? Though, backhand index pointing right, the public does not yet have complete facts. Fans began to split in two. The curious camp. They find it reasonable to ask, maybe I just want to know the context of the picture. Because the update of daily life during the military is indeed very limited. Port carefully. Others remind, don't immediately make a big narrative out of one picture. They judge. A group photo is not enough to conclude a relationship or a certain closeness. The military environment is indeed team-based, something that many people also remember. Such an environment usually involves group work, joint documentation, daily professional interactions. Meaning, togetherness in one frame does not necessarily have a special meaning outside the context of the activity. Why did the speculation spread so quickly? Because there are three big factors. 1. Notable public figures. Anything related to it quickly attracts attention. 2. Life phases are more closed. When there is little information, curiosity increases. 3. Photos without full context. The internet tends to fill empty spaces with theories. What to expect versus what not. The visible. Group photos in military environments circulated online. The unknown. Crossmark everyone's exact identity in the photo. Crossmark full context of photo capture. Crossmark personal relationships of anyone in it. Advanced conclusion. For now, mysterious woman in the photo is more correctly called the topic of internet speculation, not confirmed facts. Interesting to discuss in fandom, but it is still important to distinguish netizens' curiosity and what the public really knows. Heb0h continues. Why does an unknown figure in a photo often immediately become a big topic? After the female figure in the photo began to be discussed, a phenomenon appeared that actually often occurs in large fandoms. One of the people who have not yet recognized instantly be the center of attention, especially when photos circulated without full explanation. Unclear context. Famous public figures are in the frame. Aftermath. The internet began to build many possibilities on its own. However, backhand index pointing right, there is not yet a sufficient basis to conclude who he is or any relationship. The mystery effect makes people more curious. Many discussions develop not because there are new facts, but because there is an empty space of information. When the public doesn't know who's the guy, is part of a particular unit, context of activity at that time, people start making assumptions. Although the reality can be very simple, for example, activity partners, part of the group documentation, team activity participants. One photo is not equal to one full story. Things often forgotten on the internet. Just capture photos. A few seconds of one moment. Not everyday relationships. Personal proximity. The whole situation. Therefore, many other fans warn against drawing conclusions too quickly. Big fandoms are indeed quick to magnify small details. This kind of phenomenon is actually not new. When public figures rarely appear, little things like group photo, relaxing moments, regular interactions, can feel much bigger than usual. It's not always because there's a big story, but because public curiosity is high. Advanced conclusion. Until there is absolutely clear information, the most realistic thing is to see this as a group photo that sparks a lot of curiosity. Interesting to follow as a fandom topic. but still need to distinguish what is visible in the photo and what is still limited to internet guesses. Heb0h continues. From mystery women to the big debate of fandom, why hasn't this topic subsided? The longer the photo circulated, the discussion widened. Initially, who is the woman in the photo? Then develop into, what is the real context? But until now, backhand index pointing right, there is no verified information explaining the identity of the person in the photo or any personal relationship. Therefore, the discussion moves more at the level fandom speculation. Netizens began to read small details. Some people began to notice position in the group photo, relaxed expression, atmosphere of togetherness. Then came various internet opinions. Some say, I think it's familiar. Others immediately remind, group photos prove nothing. This kind of debate is quite common when an image goes viral without a full explanation. Why are people so quick to relate to big stories? There are psychological factors that often occur on the internet. When information is limited, the human brain tends to fill in the blanks, especially if it involves famous public figures. One small detail can turn out so. Relationship theory, alleged circle of friends, daily story. Though the reality is not necessarily like an online narrative, there are also those who choose more realistic. Some fans see this from a different perspective. They assume military environment or teamwork does often produce photo documentation, group interaction, togetherness that looks familiar, without necessarily meaning anything romantic or special. The most awaited, because there is no complete context yet. Many people end up just waiting. Will there be an additional explanation? But oftentimes moments like this do remain the mystery of the internet that has never really been solved. Advanced conclusion. For now, the safest thing to understand is, there is a group photo that is widely discussed. Crossmark, there is no evidence yet to support the narrative of personal relationships or specific stories about the mysterious woman. So this topic is more correctly called crowded out of public curiosity, not because of new proven facts. Heb0h continues. Why are rumors like this often big when it is not clear? After the photo continued to be discussed, some fans began to realize something. What actually makes this topic great is probably not the photo, but public curiosity about life that is rarely seen. Because during the conscription phase, updates about Eunwoo are indeed much more limited than usual. Aftermath. Even a simple photo can immediately trigger a lot of discussion. From photo theory, internet narrative, a frequent phenomenon in big fandoms. 1. Appeared one photo. 2. People begin to notice small details. 3. Emerging theories. 4. The narrative develops itself. Examples. Who is that person? Change to, is it near? Though, backhand index pointing right, there is no information that supports this conclusion yet. Group photos are often misinterpreted. It also reminded many fans. In a team environment including the military, joint photos are usually normal, can occur due to documentation of activities, photo memories, group togetherness, unit activities. Therefore, the presence of a person in one frame does not automatically mean that there is a certain personal relationship.